Twitch. My handle on Twitch is Slaggy. I really appreciate everybody who has subscribed to my Twitch stream. International Master William Paschall, that's my real name. Today we're going to be playing a 25 board simul on lichess.org, our usual place to habitate here on the internet when we're playing chess online. It's going to open now. Let me just start at 40 minutes, 40 seconds. Standard chess, 30 minutes extra host time, random color. Troll, I know you want chess 960, but I don't really want to have like a lot of games with people playing chess 960. If I could control it so that just you played one chess 960 game, I would definitely let you do it, dude. But unfortunately, I might get like 10 chess 960 games. I don't really want to do that. Alright, so first of all, I want to make sure that we get the subscribers for sure. We got a lot of regulars already. Yellow Dragon challenged me to 5+3. Yellow Dragon, I'm not sure if you're watching the stream, but I am not playing Blitz today. I'm doing a simul against another challenger. Doing a simul against 25 players. So no one plays it anyway, says Troll. Alright, Mule Skinner, Clash Kid. These guys are subscribers. Please subscribe. Divlyatra. It's so hard to say it for me. This Eastern European languages. I've improved since picking up Hungarian to some extent, but okay. J's that sound like yeah. Lord Jesus Christ. Who else is a subscriber to our stream? Angela for Trump. Unfortunately, Angela doesn't have enough games. There used to be like a button to actually X someone out, but I can't do that until they're accepted. I'm not going to accept players who have less than 50 games, regardless of my political affiliations. Is I Am Determined a cheater? Now I don't remember. I don't think so. Maybe he was, maybe he wasn't. I Am Determined a cheater? No, I don't think we determined that. No, I mean, I don't think so. We had some cheaters, but he wasn't one of them. At least nothing's been proven. Innocent until proven guilty. So I'm just going to start accepting people, but I want to say that Yellow Dragon's 2330. Wow. Cool. Yellow Dragon, that's pretty strong. As long as nobody's like over 2400, I really don't want to play people who are that strong, that they're like as strong as me in the simul, because that gets too tough. I'm going to accept most of these who have established rating. Soltigo. Guys, to make something kind of like a bonus for the subscribers, again, Manny Killer, does he have like established rating? Not really. Okay. So who doesn't have an established rating, I'm not going to accept here. Like at least like 50 games played. I Am Determined. No, he just plays better than his rating. He's not a cheater. He just is a 1200 who plays like a 1700. That's just the point I made. And it's possible he's just, for whatever reason, got a really low blitz rating or what have you. Is there a rating cap? Yeah, 2400. So you're probably in there. Alright, 5 knights from Croatia. We've got 16 players. I'm going to accept 25. Good to see you, Yellow Dragoon. World Champion Whistler. Move 11, are you here? Move 11 had a terrible accident where he played a tournament game and his opponent won on time when they shouldn't have. Fadget, another player without established ratings. So, guys, like a little bonus for the subscribers who play in the simul. Next week, I'm going to do a video on my YouTube channel, Video Chess Training, where I actually analyze some games from the simul in depth and go over them. And I'll probably pick the subscribers' games, the better ones. So, for those of you who are subscribers, a little bit of a bonus. Try to get one of those games, to play a good game, to put it in the YouTube channel videos. Nikolai, Nikolai's ratings are kind of weird. He's got like 1600 in Blitz, but 2100 in Classical. Okay, he's gone now. Guys, listen, before we start, I just want to say, please don't sign up and enter and register unless you can really play as long as possibly 3 hours. It's a 40 plus 40 simul with 30 extra minutes. These games can theoretically take 3 hours. Most of them are like 2 hours or less, but sometimes the longest ones can go possibly 3 hours. So please don't register unless you're really serious about playing a long game. That's the point of the simul. It's not fast games like a lot of people play, like really fast simuls like 25, 15, or even faster. Don't think it makes a lot of sense to accept him. He almost has the same FIDE rating than you. Who's that? Were we talking about FIDE ratings, or we're just talking about lichess ratings because they're very different? I mean, being 2300 on lichess is not necessarily meaning like he's like my FIDE rating. A bunch of provisional players here. I'm going to accept the rest of these guys who are non-provisional. And there's another one. 31 bullet games. That's really like new. So you guys who are provisional, come back when you have more games. I want to have like established accounts here. Sewer. Sounds like a Massachusetts resident saying sewer. Okay, Fadget. He's also provisional. Chess number XXXXX is cool. Guys, we're up to 19 players. When I get to 25, I'm going to start, or even sooner. Johnny Walker Black, nice name. Of course you're from Ireland. Let's see. Alright, you should be from, well, you should be from Scotland. But anyway. M. Dunn says, what? Not me, I'm only 2247 FIDE. Yeah, I don't want to play anybody who's like 2400 FIDE. There's this guy Meowazy who's been playing my Blitz stream who's like 2389. He plays even better than that. I've got 2 draws and 2 losses against him in Blitz. He's a little too strong to be in the simul, so I don't want to play someone who's like 2400 FIDE. I would say like 2300 FIDE would be the kind of cutoff, which would probably equate to being around 20, what am I saying? 2400 here. Maybe a 100-point difference between FIDE ratings and like classical ratings here. I don't know, you know, just Zoras. You know, I have to admit feeling a little bit like people who support lichess with Patreon. I mean, you know, you're not supporting me directly, but I kind of like to see that from people. I'm also a patron of lichess. Give me a name. Give me a name. You have an established rating. So I'm ignoring these guys who are like provisional basically. Null pointer at has enough games there, but he disappeared. And then Poppets has played before. Okay. Gotta accept Poppets. Borkro, another strong player from Czech Republic. Borkro, are you guys serious? Do you have enough games? I hate this. This is like keeps disappearing. Okay, he's got enough games. He's gone. You're not too serious if you challenge and then you disappear. We got enough place for one more game, so it looks like Zealand or Zan, number 25. I'm going to start the simul there. Sorry, provisional peoples. That's like a casual game. All right, whatever. We're going to start here. It's taking about, it's going to take about 3 hours, or hopefully, well, what was that? That was weird. 3 hours or less. So, we're going to hammer out the openings here as fast as possible. Mule Skinner, I want to play something open. This player, I was very careful not to accept anyone provisional. I'm playing different stuff with black and white. Basically all different openings. But I don't want to get in my usual customary time pressure. I added, 2 weeks ago, I added an additional 10 minutes. So I was basically starting these simul games. Until recently, I was starting them with like 100 minutes. But we're up to 110 minutes to alleviate the horrible time pressure that I tend to get into. I want to ask everybody, please try to be merciful. If you guys get me in time pressure, Just take your time. Don't play like collectively to try to flag me, because it's really irritating. I'm really doing this to try to basically, you know, play quality games, and I don't want it to be just about like, you know, everybody flagging me collectively. So try to be merciful. I'm not asking you to like play slow on purpose, but take your time. Use your time. Internet chess. Anyway, let's play a c4. You don't play collectively to flag. You just play fast in general. Okay, Sol Tigo. I had some interesting games with him. He beat me last time. I'm going to play knight f6. Alekine's defense. Sua. Seva. I'm just joking around, because in Massachusetts, in the United States, people from this region have a dialect where they say like sewer, like Sua. But he's probably like Seba or something like that. D4. What am I thinking here? All right, let's just mix it up once I get to move. Once I get to move 2. Yellow Dragoon is a 2200 FIDE player. That's pretty solid. So we're going to play our main line opening. Gang up and flag. That happens. Zoras, a subscriber, or not a subscriber, but patron here on lichess. Good to see that. Let's play a Peerage defense. Everybody, I have a YouTube channel. It's called Video Chess Training on YouTube. Another good player, 2100. I didn't even really notice this guy. So he's strong. He's 2100 across 2 ratings there. Let's try to play our main openings. A lot of e4, mostly e4. That's typical. Ayeste, he very solid. He very solid. I am determined. Nice to see your rating up to something human there. Looks like they like applied his rating or something. He was 1200 before, so he's like, either he raised his rating or someone raised it for him. Bob, thank you for being a subscriber, Bob. Guys, please subscribe to my YouTube channel and also to my Twitch stream. It's $5 a month to subscribe, and it supports the stream, and it just helps a lot, and you get some cool bonuses. Like, I'm gonna make a video next week including some of the subscribers' games from this simul. So if you guys are subscribers, or if you subscribe in the next week before I create this video on YouTube, we can get, you know, maybe your game on my YouTube channel and analyze really that game kind of in depth. Give me a name, Queen's Gambit. Okay, my YouTube channel, Video Chess Training on YouTube. I'd love to answer all your questions, but I have to kind of move pretty quickly when I'm playing here, simul style. Come on down south. He says the accent will make you giggle. South. How far south, man? I am determined. He's so solid for 1200. He's not 1200 anymore. So Clash Kid, I think he's playing the Grunfeld, right? We already established that. Knight f3 against the Pirts. All right, we'll transpose the Sicilian. I'm just kind of running out of ideas there. What else is up, peoples? Mule Skinner. Okay, Mule Skinner, let's play a Scandinavian, a straight-up Scandinavian. Usually I play knight f6, but I don't think that's a surprise anymore. Mule Skinner might even be prepared. Yellow Dragoon. He's actually Yellow Dragoon. Alright. Not Yellow Dragon. Space Bona. The patron state of shooting stuff. Yeah, Summer for the South, right? Is that like Arkansas? $40+40, is this even a chess stream? Don't understand what you're talking about. But anyway, we had a bit of lag there. Alright, close Sicilian from a strong player. That's always irritating. How's my lag actually? 157 ping. That is higher than it's supposed to be. I don't like that. Don't know why that's happening. It's usually around 100, and that's bad enough. Nefedov. I played like basically most defenses so far. Let's try knight c6. Southerners who actually play chess. You have good a good history there with Paul Morphy from Louisiana. All right. The London system, we love it. G6, Queen's Gambit. Yeah, we got a little bit slower connection than I'm usually running with. I'm wondering what else I have running in the background. Sometimes my virus software or something is just like slowing it down. I have a Java update I need to do. I don't think that could be the reason. No idea why my connection's a little slower than usual. Johnny Walker Black. Let's play Bishop G7 here. He's getting into troll territory. Definitely, man. I mean, you know, we recognize that. We're anti-bullet on this stream. I'm not interested in bullet chess. It's a waste of time. I only live, you know, I'll probably only live for another 30 years or so. I'd rather not waste it for playing like meaningless one minute chess that just fills up the time until we die. Knight f3, d6. A lot of Sicilians here. Rosisleto, which is probably, I thought he would be like Brazilian. Okay, Cuban. Wow, I don't think we've ever had an opponent from Cuba here on the stream. I have seen a couple of players on lichess from Cuba, but that's cool. My friend Julian Estrada is Mexican, but he's living part of the time in Budapest and part of the time in Cuba lately. D4, D5, C4. He actually, I think, was playing on lichess a little bit. Move 11, Carol Khan. He's an international master from Mexico, but Cuba is a place I'd never been, but would consider visiting. Lichess now has Zen mode. I noticed that. The Zen mode was a good idea. It looks like something Thibault came up with. We're going to play Queen D6 there. Paps with Bishop G4. It's definitely a move. Many different moves we can play against Bishop G4. This closed Sicilian. Troll territory. We have our moderator here, or not. Plucro? I think Plucro is here. I think there'll be another American chess world champion if there's enough money and interest. Well, yeah, if you consider Wesley So, I guess he's American now. But I think the Filipinos would take issue with that. If Wesley So became like the world champion, the Filipinos would never accept that he's American. Ah, Yeste is again playing this stuff, man. It gets on my nerves, like this Bishop F4 thing. Okay, Queen takes D5. Knight takes D5 is the Marshall defense, and it's not very reliable. Queen takes D5. It's like Black's trying to play the Scandinavian in a queen pawn opening. Bobby Fischer was a German import. Dude, what are you talking about? He's definitely not from Germany, man. I mean, that's like saying I'm from Germany because I have some German relatives, like hundreds of years before I was born or something. All right. Here, let's see. We got several London systems. Against move 11, I'm going to play the 97 variation of the Caro Khan. Queen A5. Right, I mean, okay, your father can be half German, but you're like born in the United States, like you're still American. But whatever, okay. He lived his entire life in the United States from the day he was born. As far as I'm concerned, that makes you American. Like, you can argue, you know, till the cows come home, but whatever. All right, Bishop takes F3, G takes F3. Knight C3, Bishop D3. This is not a good move. Knight C6. So, all right. I'm playing a lot of bishop g5. Let's play something different. Classical King's Indian. Yellow Dragoon. What else am I going to do? I better play my mainline stuff. The Queen's Gambit accepted classical Nimzo, like from the 1200. Why did I castle here? I mean, I just didn't have much time. I was just kind of playing quickly. I decided to play this castles variation. I don't play this very often for black. I don't really like that variation that much. But anyway, what's done is done. We'll play a King's Indian style position against Bob. Okay, this is queen takes d5, queen back to d8 opening. This could also occur if black took with a knight and moved it back to f6. Could transpose. Hello from what? Hello from Iraq. Americans rock. You guys are awesome. Keresh 1. Well, yeah, I mean, I think there's good and bad people everywhere, to be honest. Alright, b5. What am I doing against Clash 2? We're playing b6. We're shutting it down. Thank you. Let the mods loose. I don't know. I think Blue Crow was here but disappeared. So I have to keep the trolls under control personally. Alright. But please don't troll while I'm doing the simul. I don't mind it in the Blitz stream so much, but it's hard for me to concentrate, you know, on all these games. So please don't make my life harder and troll me while I'm... If you've got a troll, make it in a Blitz stream. Alright. What are we going to do here? E6. Classical style. You enjoy a little light trolling. I don't mind a little light trolling, as long as it's not too serious. King's Indian, Lord Jesus Christ. I lost to him last time. We've got a bunch of King's Indians this time. Actually, with both colors now. I am determined. Oh, man, what are we going to do with him? We're going to play the black side of the classical Nimzo. What other choice do we have here? Zuras played knight back to f3. This is a pretty weird thing. He basically looks like he's trying to do like c4 and play a kind of he tries to play a kind of Marazzi, it almost appears. Maybe. I had a game like that recently. Yellow Dragon playing Theory. Alright, I've been playing a lot of Bishop d7 in the Rouser. I'm going to mix it up with e6. World Loser just started watching. Uh-oh. Mubad is in the house. He timed out Spacebone. Now there's a shocker, right? What a surprise. So I'm going to play c6 here against Ayesta. I think we've been there before. Guys, I'm going to reward some of our subscribers in a very small way by trying to go over some of their games in a YouTube video. So if you play a good game, you're a subscriber, or you join as a subscriber this week, you could get one of your games in the YouTube channel. More importantly, I'll analyze it in depth, you know, and hopefully we can learn from it. Okay, I'm playing this, what's it called? Bishop e3 now, knight f6. The Bakoni variation of the modern defense. Mubat is unforgiving. I love Mubat. We love Mubat here. World Loser is here. He's kind of like a emergency mod. He's good to have around, though. Actually, this time isn't really great for him, I think. So c4 from Soltigo, playing the Alekhines defense against him. But Bishop f5 transposing to a game I played against Dr. Danny Kopek. Okay, this does not transpose. I'm lying. Actually, against Kopek, my knight was on d2. This is knight on c3 instead. Queen b3. Could we transpose? Very close. Okay, King's Indian against Lord Jesus Christ. Again. Things didn't go so well the last time. Or Loser, what's up, man? Good to see you. Not just because we miss you, but it's good to have an emergency mod in the house. Keep the trolls in line. If you see anything really, really blatant, just feel free to ban someone. Bishop d7 from Divya Yavatra is a really solid variation. It's pretty tough to crack, that Rubinstein French. Alright guys, I'm going to try to speed it up here. Main line, Nimzo. What now? C5 is probably main line. I haven't played this variation in ages, and I used to play both sides, actually white as well. Move 11 playing quietly in that Cairo Khan with knight takes f6. I have 70 minutes. It's a long simul, can last up to 3 hours, so keep that in mind. Muleskin are playing very, very solidly with d3. Okay, I got a little bit of lag. It's apparent. I don't understand why. Typically I don't, but my ping is, no, it's down to 100 now. Okay, that's a little more normal. Should we simplify by trading pieces here? Against Zuras, I don't know. I don't like to trade pieces against low rated players too much because it leads to draws. Deep thoughts, huh? Sideshow Bob, the people with over 40 on the clock have played faster than the 40-second increment, right? You know, and that's why I get collectively like flagged by people sometimes. Okay, Lord Jesus Christ, I'm going to play knight a6 there. Also a5 I think is a line. Move 11 played this move c3, which is quite rare in this position. I was wondering what happens if bishop g4, queen b3, bishop takes f3. That's probably fine for me. Get our bishop outside the punching. Usually white plays bishop c4 to prevent that move, I think. And Bob is playing the hippo basically here, which I think is a perfectly reasonable line of defense, I would say. So knight f3 from Nefedov. All right. Karish, so one of the things that disappoints me in I Am Bill is he no longer seeking GM title. I think he can, and he should, and this gives us hope that he can do it at any age. That's not true, man, that I'm not actually seeking it. I am, but you know, it just requires a lot of time and effort. I played a bunch of tournaments this year, kind of unsuccessfully. I played three tournaments this year, but don't say that. Don't say you're disappointed. Johnny Walker took on c5, and now I've got knight takes e4. It looks like bishop d4 then, and I have no idea what's the deal with this position. What is the deal with this position? Knight takes e4, bishop d4, knight takes c3. Weird. And then like queen d2 or something? That is strange. I've never been here before. I don't usually play this line, and I am thinking about another move, but guess it's forced. Johnny Walker allowing that dynamic possibility there. White putting the bishop on d3 is not really that typical in this setup. Crocus. The crocus with the mocus. This is like this game is basically trying to say it. Trompowski with colors reversed. Papitz is a really good player, so I mean, I'm gonna take it solid against him. And then Seva, he played e4. Where are we here? Oh, okay, it's like bishop f4 against the King's Indian. That's quite unusual, I would say. I'm not sure there's anything you can really do to punish it offhand. Try to play like knight to c6. Alexander Neumann. He played bishop f4 once against me, but that was when I played knight a6. And that's a little different. So move 11 doesn't really get any advantage in the solid setup, but his position is very safe. Got bayonet attack. What's the Trompowsky? Trompowsky is like bishop g5, d4, knight f6, bishop g5. It's named after a Brazilian master. Obviously, the name itself isn't, you know, Portuguese or Brazilian, but the player was from Brazil. I don't remember his first name. Maybe someone here from Brazil would know. Okay, guys. At your level of play, are you able to easily identify your strengths and weaknesses efficiently? Yeah, I'm pretty good at identifying my strengths and weaknesses, but at my level, it's like hard to improve. It takes a lot of work. The things I need to improve are very subtle, and you know, it takes time and money. All right, I think I could still become a GM, but I need the resources and the time to do it, and we'll see if it's possible or not. But I'm not giving up. Not giving up, despite popular opinion. Here, let's get some pieces developed. I guess the traded bishops there. Okay, so Yellow Dragoon, we're in a kind of like mainline rouser. This could be good for me against Zealand Zen. And move order in the Benko. Clash Kid, I thought you played the Grunfeld, so you're venturing into different territory now. This is like a Trompowsky. That's what they were asking. What did I mean? What is Trompowsky? Here I have knight takes d4. Is that even a good move? Knight takes d4. Interesting question. Knight takes d4, queen takes d4, e5. I think it actually like loses a pawn possibly for me. So maybe bishop g4. Bishop g4. Neat idea. I don't know if it's any good or not. Lord Jesus Christ just played bishop g5. This is a little bit like a line in the four pawns attack. Gosh, this is kind of a rare move. a5 92, and I think white has no, a5 92, h6. That should be, I guess this is just equal, huh? a5 92, h6 takes, and then whatever. It's okay. Why don't I see this move more often? That's weird. You wonder why we don't see this move more often. h6 takes. That's interesting. Well, let's play it that way rather than playing a5. It's a little risky. I am determined. Just played an unusual move, e3. It's almost universal to take on c5 here. Is there any way I can punish it? Knight e4, bishop takes d8, knight takes c3. Looks like not really convincing. I'll probably want to open the center somehow in the future, but I don't know how to do that exactly right now at this moment. But I guess e3 is probably a theoretical move as well. I would have the feeling that this move is not the main line, but playable for white. What would Ruslan Ponomaryov do? Don't know. Don't know at all. What happens? Knight e4, bishop takes d8, knight takes c3. And then something like, bishop takes b6. Well, if he just retreated his bishop somewhere, I mean, my knight would end up looking pretty stupid on c3. So I don't think that variation is all that great. What else? Takes on d4, e takes d4. Is that even beneficial for me? I mean, I really don't know. If d6, like rook d1, is kind of irritating. I am determined. This is not a position where black can afford to make mistakes. It's a theoretical, a very, very important theoretical line in the Nimzo-Indian. It's kind of sharp, and black needs to be pretty much accurate, not to be worse. So I'm taking the most time here. e3, I don't know, you know, d5 doesn't look good, knight e4 doesn't look convincing. Bishop where? Like bishop b7, just a natural move. Where does my knight go? This is strange. Okay. just don't know, guys, what I'm supposed to do here. I think we're going to have to go. I rarely really take a bathroom break. I'm going to have to go pee. I drank a lot of water before the stream. All right. Let's see. E3. There's nothing worse than having to like think when you have to go. All right, I'm going to play D6. We're going to take a like 2-minute break, guys. Be right back. Okay, we're back, and I feel like I can concentrate now. Thank you for hanging on, guys. We have to move it along here. Move it along, little doggy. Move it along. A little bit faster. All right, what do we got here? Trying to concentrate. Bishop E2, Karpov. Karpov against the Tartakover. Man, we ought to really like go after white here in this game. And then Divlyabhatra. That's hard to say, but I did it. Finally. I'd love the castle queen side. I really, really would. But I just, I just don't think it's very much. But what am I supposed to do here? Knight G5? Can I get away with that? The old Knight G5 idea? Oh man, I don't know. Knight G5, H6. Yeah, this is interesting. Maybe theory. Zras. I regret having to trade a piece in this game. I kind of regret that. I have to admit. Not overly excited about my position here. Alright guys, we're going to move it along. Subscribers, I'm going to annotate a couple of games from this simul. So if you guys are subscribers to my Twitch stream, or you become subscribers to the Twitch stream in the near future. Here we can take with the queen or with the knight. Actually, they're both interesting. I'm going to try to keep it simple. Brundlefield, that's kind of like disgusting way of putting it. Alright, bishop takes d4. Yeah, I was expecting something along these lines. So what's really going on here? Knight takes c3, I would assume. Which is just weirdness. Johnny Walker Black just entering the weirdness. Internet Chess playing a5. Last stream I talked about, like, once I had a panic attack during a game because I drank too much coffee. It was that position actually. A5 against Enrico Sevillano. Had a very good game, but ended up losing because I like couldn't sit down. All right, bishop g7. Here we could play knight d2 or e4. Zuras is so solid. I really regret playing bishop g4 and trading off my guy over there. The man, the white squared bishop and all. But anyway, what's done is done. We're going to play the best we can in that position. Rochicleto, or Rochicleto, I don't know how to say that. It sounds like, I don't know whether it's Hispanic or, I mean, he's from Cuba, but it almost, like, Rochich almost looks like, it looks like something Slavic. Rochicleto, played b6. It's usually a bad move in this kind of position. Can I play e4? Knight takes e4. Some kind of tactical ideas. I think we got to go for it. Sacking a pawn there. Against this guy, f4. Poppets is so solid though, I'm a little concerned. Yellow Dragoon, we've played this position. I have played this position pretty frequently. What is the deal with knight b5? Yeah, I have knight e5 or something bizarre. Yes, okay, now I remember. Okay, queen c2. Definitely not the best square for the queen in this line. London system. Okay, so Johnny Walker took back on c3. I was actually worried about queen d2, you know, but okay, anyway, whatever. It's still like perfectly playable for white, I guess. Thinking about f6 here. Thinking about outside the box. But it's not the only way to play chess. I think we got a castle and just bite the bullet. He's got a lot of compensation. Rook takes a5, not the only move there. c5 is another variation. I did not move. I hope I did not move there. I did not intend to make a move. Crocus. All right, we've got to speed it up, guys. Got to speed it up. Panic attack whenever someone tries to insult me. That would be a problem. But it's just not fun to have a panic attack during a chess game, or probably in general, because it's just not. Alright. Anyway. So rook takes a5. I'm actually happy to see that. Queen f3, like hyper aggresso. Okay. Mule Skinner. Okay, so this is this weird position. And I decided to try to play it like this line in the 4 pawns attack. A3 from Zuras. What are we going to do here with this guy? What are we going to do? I've weakened my king side. Like, kind of don't like that. Make it work somehow. Okay, 5 knights we're playing like really slow. I love that. Bishop takes f6 or castles. He hasn't played h6. This is weird. Weird Tartakover variation. Alright. We're just going to try to move as fast as possible. I don't want to get in time pressure. We've got some of these games that are like on move 4 of standard positions. Yellow Dragoon with a4. I haven't played a6. You know, this is like Antal Gurgo played that against me, where I played a6 instead of bishop d7. But here I haven't even played a6. So this seems kind of early. I can play knight a5 maybe? Knight a5, attempting to stop the insanity. There he's got a lot of interesting moves though. Knight d5. a5 for the maniacs among us. The move may not be that bad actually, a5. Strange as it might seem. Interesting idea. So, man, this guy's Yellow Dragoon. From Ireland. Okay. I was confusing him with the Czech player. Does that tell us anything? He's from Ireland? Not really. I don't think Irish chess players have a particular style. Okay. I don't know. I don't know what to do here. A6, weakening myself, looks like a good idea, huh? But now castling queenside, I don't like castling queenside, I'll tell you. Knight b5 could be really nasty. He's got that idea. Well, if I play like rook d8, I take the square away from my queen. Then he plays knight b5. I'm like trapping my own queen or something. That'd be really perverse. So we've got a6 at the very worst case, I guess. I don't really like it. I feel like I'm transposing to my game with Gergo Antal, which was a loss many years ago. Alright. Move 11. I could trade bishop takes, but actually, that's probably the line. Like bishop g4, h5, g4, bishop g6, knight e5. Am I supposed to do this? Might be simpler to trade, to make that trade bishop takes f3 against move 11. But I'm the higher rated player. The onus is on me to try to do something. We've got the exchange sacrifice, Petrosian style. I just can't resist. I cannot resist. And I hope I can defend. I hope I can defend here. Queen f3 winning a rook has been called. That's like a famous beginner trap. And now a6, I guess. Lesser of the evils against Nefedov. Soltigo goes into the 4 pawns attack, which is always fun. I'll play the Agzamov variation, which is kind of insane. And as far as this position goes, I really don't know where to put my bishop on g2. His structure is so flexible. Now Yesta feels like he's retreating with the move knight d2. That's a good sign when we got him playing knight d2. I could play queen b6, knight b3, a4. My queen is going to have to take off. I mean, it's going to have to regroup. Anyway, welcome guys. I'm sorry I can't spend more time answering questions in the stream here. Now in this position, unfortunately, this has got to go because it will occupy some annoying central square if I don't get rid of it. Knight best square on c6. We sack the exchange a little optimistically against Zoras. I mean, honestly, I don't know. Now here against Lord Jesus Christ, we have a couple of options. I can play like knight b8, back to b8. My original intention was to think about playing c5, but I'm having second thoughts about that. I think that's like off the table now. c5 takes on c6, b takes c6, b5, and he undermines the d5 square. Takes. How big a deal is it really? Well, I don't really like it. You know what? Because he gets like a bishop coming to c4, and there are other problems. So this is a bad situation. He's gonna like mess me up strategically. Bishop g4. Anybody? I was hoping for c5, but now I regret playing this like this. Regrouping the knight. And we're very passive there. Give me a name. Did we play before? Because someone played the almost same variation against me last time. Bishop takes e4. Now knight g5 is my idea, but I just don't know about the timing of this. I'm not even sure this sacrifice is sound for me. But yeah, we got to try something. Okay, we grab his bishop before it does any more damage. Bayonet attack of the kings in the King's Indian. Right, knight b3. We'll sacrifice piece. Lord Jesus Christ is not going to sacrifice a piece. This guy is a really super solid. Did you see how he's playing in this Petrosian variation? Are you watching the same game as me? He's like Mr. Positional there. Clash Kid with the ultra modern bishop d7. Alexander Boykovich, rest in peace. Okay, c5. We're going to castle kingside here. Hide the king on h1 on the white square. We need to play actively against Johnny Walker. I think d6 is called for in this position. I mean, we got to really act fast. I guess I could play b6, come to think of it. That would weaken my... We'll try d6. If we get mated, we get mated. Now the question is... The question. Calling the question. Where to put my knight? Man, this sucks. Knight e5. Oh man, my structure just goes out the window if I play that, but the other options aren't that inspiring, like knight b8. Actually, what's so inspiring about knight e5? I don't know, man. This looks totally okay for white. This position is also not as good as I was hoping for black. It's like I was a little optimistic here. Actually, I don't really like my game there. Now what? Sacked a pawn. But he's just really resilient here. Really resilient. I don't see anything like a knockout blow. Knight e5. Followed by queen f3. Not really convincing. Not very convincing. Spider bites on my arm or something. Extremely itchy. It's not a mosquito. Let's see. Knight takes e4, bishop c4, e6. Not that thrilled about this. But let's just do it and get castled and be done with it. Okay. I'm really glad I had some hallucination here in this position. Thinking I could sack a piece. What was I thinking? This is not good. This is not good. This is probably a theoretical position where I played knight g5 in the wrong place. And now I have to go back with my tail between my legs with knight e4. Great. Always just admit your mistakes, guys. Don't be afraid to admit your mistakes in life and in chess especially. My frame of reference is chess. Not quite as strong at life. Rook e8 is a weird move here, Bob. But your position is surprisingly resilient. Kind of like whatever you do, it doesn't seem that bad. Strangely enough. Wow. Okay, bishop. We still got the lag. Yeah, Lord Jesus Christ. What are we gonna do, man? I don't know. I don't like my game against Lord Jesus Christ. I don't like playing against the Lord in general. Spider bites feel good. Very itchy. Now he went back to f3. Are you serious? What just happened? Are we going to repeat position? Then I'll move a different move. Could I have played e5 there? Oh my god, Johnny Walker Black is going nuts. He just played h5, excuse me. Queen takes c5. Okay. I'm going to play queen takes c5, I guess. Then pray for survival. Let's see. So Divilyavtra, he basically kind of like got h6 for free. Where are we here? This is... Did I do something wrong? No. Okay. The Ferenc, no. Imre, Fanchi Imre. The Fanchi Imre variation. He hasn't played h6 though. What is that? Can you not play h6? Bishop g3. Which bishop do I want here? I really want a pawn, but the bishop on g3 is really strong. The pawn's not really going anywhere, you know? It's not going anywhere. I don't want to draw. Let's see, e5. It's a good way to like lose a piece probably. Queen b6. How about maybe knight f8? It's a crazy idea. Doesn't seem logical to play knight f8 here. Doesn't seem logical to open the center either with no development or less development. Damn, I'm wasting too much time. Okay, let me repeat positions once more. Alright, whatever. There, we've got to move faster. Very well, sir. Collective flagging. Crocus 1700. I'm not really thrilled about my position here. I'm not really thrilled at all. This is like equal. We have a little space advantage there. I like this line, but it's something special for white. I've got lag. Queen a7. Is there any benefit to playing queen a7? Probably not. Wow, my eyes are like popping out. Bishop f4. Hello, Mr. Bishop. I wasn't really planning on seeing you there. Not a happy moment for me. Alright, very well. I'll just have to do it. Not thrilled about that either. A lot of disasters here, semi-disasters in the openings. Not like complete disasters, just semi. The semi-disaster. This idea of going like knight b4 is a new one to me. Take first and ask questions later. We got the exchange sack here with a good structure. I'm content now. It was an interesting decision point there, you know, which way to take against him. All right, now if I take with the f pawn here, am I getting like mated or something? That's kind of an important question. It's looking pretty likely. But trading queens, letting him take on h7, hiding my king, that looks like an interesting option. I feel safer with that. And I guess we're going to castle kingside now. Where are we? RBs. Nothing much there. Now repeating position again, no e5. What can I do to liven this up a bit? Knight f8, I don't like that move. I don't want to repeat position again. Kind of screwed. e5 loses, I guess, to queen g7. Unfortunately takes, knight takes, queen g7 is just good for white. Boy, this is irritating. Maybe I should just play like rook g8 or something and move on with my life. Stopping that forever is really irritating. b5. Play like Salem Salah. Just play b5 wherever. Just don't even care about your structure. Okay. And this guy is defending with knight d6. Interesting. Logical. I don't really want to give up my bishop, but I don't really want to let him trade pieces, so bishop back. Play this complicated position. Soltigo played, man, he played d6. He's asking for it against the Aximov variation. Queen h4 check is in the offing here. The offing? You're just gonna go for a walk, man. Have a nice walk. All right. b6. Keep it simple where we can keep it simple. And now b5 I'd rather not play. Can we do without b5 in this one? I think we can do without it. But I'm not certain. Actually, I'm not certain we can. I really wanted to do without b5. But I'm not so sure. Very weakening to play b5. Do I have any options? I have to do it. It's like a Roy Lopez or something. Okay, yes, this is a strange position, boys and girls, but it should be fine, basically, for black, I think. Just don't do anything stupid. Don't do anything I wouldn't do. Okay, bishop e2, and now we conduct the rest of this game. Or I have no clue. I don't want to let him play bishop h5. Okay, complicated position against Johnny Walker Black. It's bishop d3. Maybe bishop f5 here. Just preventing bishop d3. Is it even a good move? We need to do something fast, huh? Knight d7. This is probably all book. a5. Yes, I think I had this position once before on the stream. Guys, thank you for joining me. Please subscribe. Monkey pushing wood playing the computer move bishop b5. Popular with all engines and people who cheat. But not to say that you're cheating, monkey pushing wood. I'm just making a note that that move is really like the favorite move of people using their chess engine to solve the opening. Bishop b3. And what did I expect? I'm planning knight e5 here. Knight e5. Knight a5. Because that white squared bishop is a monster. We need to get rid of him. Okay, so c5 could be on the horizon. Let's put our bishop on this square. That'll guard my king, keep him from playing c5 probably. I was concerned about I am determined playing rook d1, and like after like deep thoughts, he played another rather natural developing move. It's perfectly fine for white, but it's not as incisive or dangerous for me as the latter rook d1 idea. Okay, so Rocicleto or Rosicleto, he's snapped a pawn, and it looks like I have compensation to some degree, but it's really kind of a question of how much, you know, is it enough? I think the two bishops should be pretty good long-term compensation. Lord Jesus Christ exchanging on d6. I'm actually kind of happy to see that. And you're attacking a pawn, sir. Please don't take my pawn, sir. Talking like Dr. Seuss. Try to move as fast as possible. Yes, knight a4, yellow dragoon. I am aware that that was one of your key ideas. Anyway, you're coming to a theater near me, I know, so probably have to play rook d8. Yeah, so I don't know, man. What's going on here? What is going on, Soltigo? Stratego. What was the last move? Castles. Just going to try to set up a dark square blockade, I guess. Knight d7. Knight d7. Move order. Maybe it would be better to play queen d6, walk into knight b5, put my queen on c5 or something. That doesn't look right. Queen b6. That's a better square. Kind of like that. Preempting. I hope this is okay. And against move 11, he played king g1, artificially castling, which looks really quite solid for black. It's a basic, like, Scandinavian type of position. Rosicleto. So we try to open the game, I guess. We get rid of our doubled pawn, and we have some compensation. Papitz is headed for c4. Heading for c4 or d6. Lots of choices, basically. Keep him out of there. Anyway, I was scared. Was knight b4 an idea? What is going on around here? Rook takes a6, queen c6 check. They're all good. Zealand Zen just got messed up straight away. Okay. We need to develop here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're actually down a pawn. And Johnny Walker Black is like taking us out. e5 is an interesting try. Kind of like it. It's spicy. But the soundness of it has not really been confirmed. Be like 2 pawns down. I think we better not and just say we did. Asking a bit much of the position. Knight b6. Protected by the magic queen on d2. Look at this guy. He's 2200 FIDE, or so he claims. Looks like it to me. I mean, so what are we gonna do now? I don't like that knight on b6 at all. He needs to like get out of there. What am I gonna do? I like this position. I'm very uncomfortable here. Put my bishop on c6. Something to that effect. What about my other bishop, my other brother Daryl? You guys are too young to know the Newhart show. Was a comedian. Maybe I should just develop my bishop. Knight e7 looks slow, but let's try it. Okay, so are you trapping my queen here or what, man? Queen takes h1, king f2. Wait, queen, what is going on? Queen takes here, knight f3. Okay, of course. He just, you know, this is standard. Standard for Soltigo. Standard Agzima variation. He's played it 1,000 times. Check then, mate. It would be nice to play e4 somehow. Make that move work, but hard to see how that's going to happen, isn't it? The hanging pawns. Alright, guys. Thank you for joining me. Please subscribe to the channel, and we're going to just do the best we can here. Let's see. Welcome to the C file. Not a happy place. I wonder if I made a mistake not putting my queen on d8. Does it make a difference? Bishop d7 is a move. That's probably a weird idea. Where's my knight going after that? Knight d7, knight b5. How big a deal is it? You know, you can ask yourself that question. Bishop g4, just like trading pieces if possible. That's how I lost to him last time. Bishop g4 just looks like a bad move strategically. So I'm not out of the woods yet here. Someone was talking about peace sacrifices. This guy, he does not deal in peace sacrifices. He takes material, and that's it. Alright, back to the drawing board. We're picking up speed here. Zealand Zen. Clash Kid played bishop e2, which is kind of a good move. Yeah, I'm usually hoping not to have to face that. I don't know what to do. a5. Should I throw in a5 or not? Is it a good idea? Probably. Knight e4 in between move. What? Mule Skinner, where in the world did you come up with that? Knight takes e4, bishop takes f7 check. Like, just like what's going on? Knight takes e4, bishop takes f7 check. King takes f7, bishop takes e5 check. That's happy. Happy moment. So what should I do? Just like retreat to d8, right? I mean, that seems like a wonderful. I have to be careful where I retreat here, probably. I don't like this. Like, I feel like he's violating me. Seriously, knight takes e4, bishop takes f7 check. King takes f7, bishop takes e5 check. That's great. Knight f6. Bishop takes d6. Yeah, I think that's what we do. Take, king takes, bishop takes, knight back, bishop takes, bishop takes. We have a zillion pieces for a queen. That'll be fun. I hope he doesn't have something else in mind. A zillion pieces for the queen. Alright, Brundlefield played a5. That's a strange move, guy. Would not play a move that he wouldn't like an opponent to play against him. Is something wrong with queen b4 check? I think just c3. Am I hallucinating? If there's anything wrong with just c3 there. That's what I'm talking about. Johnny Walker Black played bishop b5. This is not what I expected. I expected him to challenge my bishop on f5, but he has his own ideas, and I think that's also fine. I was looking at e5 earlier. You know, that was what it was all about. Basically, getting some counterplay, opening up the position. Mr. Bishop a3. Can't say I'm real thrilled about that. I need a place to put my queen. Queen c2. Bishop a3. It's irritating. I mean, I could play bishop c1. It's perfectly playable. Let's just do it, man. Keep it simple. It's a simul game. I don't have to play perfect moves here. This is a weird benko. b5, e5 with insane complications. b5, e5. Yeah, this. What's going on there? Takes on e5. It should be okay for me. So, Wesley, we've got the isolated pawn. I'm working on middle game video series, and isolated pawn is like the first chapter that I was working on. We want to trade pieces, play simple positions against this guy in this position. Keep it kind of technical. Hope for a good end game. His bishop is really restricted. Trading pieces is good. In that spirit, let's play knight b3. But I'm getting in time pressure now. Knight e4. Give me a name. Give me a name is like super solid. Give me an exchange of pieces. Okay. Let's speed it up. You guys are playing too fast. Right. Rescue mission. This is just ridiculously solid. Queen g4. Feels a tad greedy. Okay. I've got a little lag, which is going to be hard if I get into ridiculous time pressure, so we'll try not to go there. I like the way that move 11 played. King f1, king g2. Really heads up. Super safe type of position. Love that. And then we're grabbing Mr. Bishop on b3 here at some point, but when? We don't need to take it right away, but he has renewed some new ideas here. That's a good move, Nefedov. Queen d3. I really like that. That is some nasty stuff. Unpinning himself. That's really irritating. Okay, against Zoras we've got a good game. But we are down the exchange, so life is not that simple. I'd like to play d5, honestly. Guard all my pawns. Bishop takes c2 is not on. e5 is interesting. Again, I think it almost works. Okay, here we just need to develop the rest of our pieces. We're up a rook. Let's hope that there's no accidents. I'm saying up a rook, but I think I'm up 2 pieces. Time. This simul should last another hour and 45 minutes approximately. I might be making a mistake trading white square bishops against Clash Kid. I'm not really sure. Queen is hanging. I'm trying to move quickly, but I don't want to move like way too quickly. I had a chance to play Queen G4 last move. I decided to pass on that. I feel like that was too hesitant. Monkey playing the computer variation. I think I like G6 the best. I played E6 and G6 here. And then again, trading pieces is not really what I want to do here, but his king side has a lot of weaknesses on the dark squares. This position's compensation for pawn. We've got a scary game here. I think white is better. I'm probably going to need to play a6 to keep him off of b5. Maybe I should have even played that. Should have probably played that even earlier. And I think that Zen is too slow. Okay, this position he's got threats of knight takes b5 sometimes, but it's not anything. Oh, it is. There's another little trick. Rook takes a6 is in the house. So I have to be pretty careful about my overextended position here. c6. There's a safe move. Trading pieces, but increasing my central preponderance of pawns. Bishop takes c6 now. I think that Johnny Walker Black kind of gave me some initiative. We'll take with a rook, and we'll put some pressure on c2 and give him a little bit of, maybe gonna try to create some threats. Castles. Yeah, that knight is really driving me nuts. It's gotta go. I'm gonna play knight c8. A super weird position there. And Black's poppets is probably equal now. This is maybe a little better for white. Mule Skinner, just disappointing, man. You didn't play bishop takes f7. I can't believe it. It's so anticlimactic, man. I mean, can't believe it. Would have been so interesting. Maybe a tactical mistake by Crocus. Let's see, bishop c4, bishop c4. We almost have something here. Darn, there's nothing there. Knight takes d4. Unfortunately, bishop takes c4, bishop takes c4, knight takes d4, bishop takes f7 check, king takes f7. Unfortunately, or fortunately, this might even work for me. Take. Bishop takes f7. Yeah, but that's crazy. Bishop takes, knight takes, bishop takes, king takes. He might even have like knight g5 check. But what would that do? What am I doing? You know, you got to ask yourself at the end of the day. What the heck am I doing there? You know, I don't think that's good for me. We're going to have to pass on this tactical opportunity. I'll pass and move on. Knight c3 from Soltigo, which is obviously all about knight b5. I need one more move. Knight d4, take, knight b5 with crazy complications. Probably not the best opening to play, you know, with 25 boards going, but I like to have fun. What can I say? I wonder if this is just a novelty, you know, sacking a rook on h1. Probably never been played, but it'll be like totally sound. This knight d4 thing is going to be crazy. What's the material here? I'm up a rook, so we can afford to give a rook back. I think that's going to be what we're going to do. Bishop b7 is a strange move, but maybe I should connect my guys first. Connect my rooks. Alright guys, I'm a little bit slow. You're looking at the bishop takes f7 variation. Yeah, that was crazy, man. I was concerned about that. So knight here, queen b6 was my idea. I hope it works. And now on this game, b6, take, knight takes. Check. And he goes for a long walk on a short plank. Or not. Not exactly. It's kind of complicated. Oh, his rook's hanging. Wow, it's good that I became so alert tactically. Wow. I'm surprised I saw that at all. Honestly, I'm so prone to missing like one move tactics. I'm just not looking for it. Alright. Got lucky there. Poppets is real solid here. But I don't know what to do. Objectively, this looks equal-ish. This Nimzo. Erdos Victor, one of my Hungarian buddies. 2600 Grandmaster. He's a good guy. Knight takes e4. Erdos Victor is a great classical Nimzo player. Alright, rook c8. Maybe I should trade queens. Maybe not. Let's not say we did. You know what? Let's not trade queens. It's a tough call, isn't it? I'd really rather not. He's got rook b5 there, though. That's pretty irritating. Okay, let's not trade queens. We got 20 minutes left. Insanity. Insanity here. Against Soltigo. We got lucky picked up an exchange in this one. We got several pawns hanging, which is bad. The h7 pawn doesn't seem like it's going anywhere. Well, we should play pawn takes pawn then? Get counterplay of our own. I just can't afford to give this pawn up here. Pawn takes pawn, knight takes. Don't like that a whole lot either. So this could be a little complicated. I don't know what to do. E4? E4. I may regret that later on. But we need to do something fast here. Queen a3. Oh my god, Suva. a6 forced, right? I need the tempo to save my... This might not even work. Alright. Who cares? Who cares? Whoops. I don't know about this. We're going to try to preserve our bishop. He played knight c4. No immediate threat by white. Notice the terminology, immediate. Okay, Poppets is just sick, solid, ridiculously solid. Let's move on. Mr. Bob almost made some sort of mouse slip. My wrist is like in pain from carpal tunnel type of whatever. Resting my arm on this desk. Man, white with a really good structure there. So another pawn in the kitty. Check. Yes, I am prepared. Do your worst. The problem is, like, knight c7 check. Okay, you know, it's not the end of the world. He, you know, I play king somewhere, and he'll take my rook, and I can take back. I'm actually up a rook, so if he wins an exchange, it's not the biggest thing in the world. But I do need to take care of my king in this position. I would like to get my queen back in the game as well. So it's pretty complicated. Not a lot of time to think here. There's also c5 kind of avalanching. Not really thrilled about that. Bishop g5 is obviously really irritating. c5, really irritating move too. Don't know what to do. Totally perplexed. I just don't have a clue what to do here. This is just impossible to play this position with such limited time. He's got like everything. Computer would love this position for white. Rook b8. I get like mated. We can't be greedy. I mean, we're gonna have to like give back a full rook, it looks like. If I give back a full rook, you know, maybe it won't be that bad. Knight d7, knight c7 check, king d8. It's interesting. Alright. Let's try this. It's pretty crazy. Some weaknesses for black. Got to keep it moving along, guys. Erdos Victor. This looks like book. We're probably still in Erdos Victor theory here. G5, usually they'll play that sometimes. I don't know where to put my king, honestly. Let's try to play strategically. This is a weird position, yes. Our kingside development is a bit lagging. In case you haven't noticed already, this is like a really bizarre looking Pierce defense. Just confusing the issue as much as we can. No knight a5 today, sir. Sorry. It's like a positional maestro. But bishop f6 is interesting. And what happens there? He goes like g3, bishop g5, f4, take, take. Bishop back. Wow, he's like ready for that. Seriously? Look how coordinated white is. He's a positional genius. Maybe I have to play f5. Okay. Castle. And this should be game. Bob, I guess I was planning on playing e5, but it's not all that convincing, is it? Pawn takes pawn. Can I play pawn takes pawn? Then you've got this like long-term pawn sacrifice that looks pretty good. I guess we'll stick with our intuition. Knight g5. Oh, man, why can I not see that move in advance? That's a disaster. I have to be careful not to be worse, probably. Queen b4. Okay, the plan is d5. Stay with the plan. Have a plan. Good advice. Crocus just insists on like keeping like ridiculous tension here and making life really complicated. Bishop takes c4. He just doesn't care. He is. He insists on making this as ridiculously complicated as he can. Okay, this game, white just played f4. I'm trying to stay alive here. Looks like d6 is well protected. My dark squared bishop is a problem. My king is a bit of a problem. Park the king on e7. My knight is a problem too. Maybe bishop h6. I have no idea. This is so complicated. It looks like he's trying to play f5. Okay. I've got to watch the white squares. I've got to watch the dark squares. Yellow Dragoon looks like he's all over me. Like a super strong browser expert. I don't know about this move. This knight on c8 is bad. Looks like we're going to lose on time. It's kind of slow. h4 though. I don't think I have time for that. Maybe I will just put the king on e7 and pray. Queen a3 now. This is a really problematic situation. He's threatening nasty stuff. I'm going to sack a pawn if I have to. I don't want him to come in there and start taking over. Mule Skinner played what? Bishop g3. I have f5 here. That seems dynamic. Man, so limited time. And now bishop g5. Bishop f6 is another blunder. God. Seriously? h5. Everything is bad. Dark squares. How about just like knight f6, he'll walk into b6. It's a disaster. I lost him with h5 already in another game. Okay, Rosalito did not castle, and now he's in a kind of dangerous spot. Because he's going to play knight f6 there. Grab the pawn while we can grab it, I guess, here. We're lucky to be up material at all against Johnny Walker. Got so many games going. Okay, Queen D7, zoning in on my weaknesses. Knight B5. Oh no, he played this move. Threatening mate in 1. Right. Okay, so I have to play F6. What else? Like Soltigo, though. I mean, that looks just... He's just ripping my head off. E5. Bishop takes C4. Okay, you guys are playing a little bit fast. A little bit of what I was talking about. Feels like the playing like for time is taking effect now. We're seeing a lot of ultra fast play, like the same boards just again and again, like popping up with immediate moves here. Almost instantly. Queen E3. Alright, so now what? Queen A7 is the idea. That's pretty subtle, man. I mean, I have to play rook back to A8. I'm getting worked over positionally. Like Lord Jesus Christ is a very strong player. But not tactically, more like positionally based. This is a solid position for Clash Kid. I've got nothing here. But against Mule Skinner, we came out of this with a really good game. I probably have... Feels like I should have a tactic, but I don't see it. Here we're just doing the classic Petrosian kind of exchange sacrifice. Now knight c6 at some point, but I don't want to rush it. Don't want to rush it. Maybe put my knight on a5. That seems a little bit odd. I have take bishop c3, but he has rook c1 there, saving himself. Okay. Alright, guys. Time is starting to rear its ugly head. And now we play like Nimzovich for the e5 square. See, like Lord Jesus Christ is playing blitz here. That's irritating, dude. I walked into knight d5. That's bad. Give me a name. He's basically equalizing with that move. That's very unfortunate for me. Played a great opening there. Totally outside the box. Non-standard. Tartakover variation. Try to keep it simple against check then mate. Here we played really rope-a-dope. And our position is a little sketchy, but it's probably okay. Against Nefedov. This was expected. You could try to pin him and keep him pinned. But you could play king f8 or whatnot. Yeah, I don't know about this. I don't really want to let him trade queens in some weird way. Where should I go with my queen? Queen e5, I guess. Probably some sort of perverse blunder. Okay, I feel happy that Papit's actually... Should I feel happy he's trading here? I said I feel happy about this, but I'm not sure it's a good idea to be happy about this. I'm like begging for a draw. Alright, that's a standard theme. And now we're going to get tortured. Maybe Lord Jesus Christ's position isn't so devastating, but I've got to get my bishop active. He's played too fast. There's no doubt about that. Unfortunately, knight f5 is going to be a really, really big blow to me. I don't know what to do here. Okay, Erdos Victor, 1200. We're going to try to open it up, I guess. The question is, should I take here first? Wins a pawn. I did see this. I mean, I admitted to it. But we're just losing a clear pawn. Try to keep the blockade in effect. I'm dropping a piece, my god. Okay, just don't panic. Too much panicking going on around here. So rook d8. Would it be easier to play knight c5 or something like that? I've also got queen takes b2. Don't panic. Knight c5, d6, pawn takes pawn. How bad is that? Pawn takes pawn, rook takes pawn, queen takes b2. There's also knight d5 though. That looks really irritating. Okay, so Suwa is playing well. Here, I just don't want to allow bishop a6. That's why I did this maneuver against Zoras. Threatening to win by force with knight h4. I wouldn't expect anything less from Poppets, who he beat me last time in an 8+3 game. Knight h4 just wins material. No, it doesn't. I have rook g3. Okay. All right. So here we're gonna move and just hope we don't lose by force, I guess. Very awkward. I would say like very or extremely awkward for white, you know? Again, very fast. Here, bishop a6. What should I do? You guys are playing too quickly. I mean, the majority of players, not everybody, but okay. Here's a good move, like avoiding exchanges. I think with the isolated queen pawn from check then mate. Bishop c3 wins the exchange back here, which is probably a good bargain. It's a strong piece, but okay. Now I thought I'll challenge his queen with queen d8. Queen d8, queen takes d8, rook takes d8. Seems okay. So I think Lord Jesus Christ, you know, he's okay, but he sold out a little bit of his advantage. This is a really, really bad situation for me. I've got to be careful. Play actively with my king. Maybe rook here, and then f4. King g5. Walking a tightrope. Johnny Walker's played ridiculously fast for this time control. Looks like Bob is getting in big trouble. And Lord Jesus Christ just blundered, which is not surprising given how fast he's playing. No reason to play that fast, man. So AB. What should I do? Take on c5 and have a passed pawn. That's weird. I don't know. No, I think I've seen people lose games like this for black internet chess. One of my students lost like that. King d8 or king f7. King f7 is like walking into the jungle of death. But I don't have a choice. I mean, this is forced. But Soltigo playing like God. Alright. God himself. Tal. That's going to be a game for the analysis session. Dark square weaknesses, Lord Jesus Christ. You should be aware of that. Bishop d2 now. We're just getting away there with the bishop pair. Hang my sack. Suwa took the pawn and now he's on the run. Opposite color bishop position. This is awkward. Bishop f8, queen d3, queen b3. Oh man, that's so irritating. He could trade knights now. I let him do that. That's great. This game is very disturbing. Yellow Dragoon just working me over. Though c4, man, he's just like taking over the whole board. He just doesn't care. Okay, now we got a straight shot at f7. Very good position here for us strategically. We want to trade pieces into a simplified ending. And now queen b3. I'm not going to be fancy. I don't want to castle queenside if I don't have to. I could have castled queenside there. And chess is in trouble. He's like probably going to lose that pawn on d5. This ending looks just like one of my students' games not that long ago, where this a pawn was just like relentlessly annoying for white. My bishop can come back to d2, I guess. But I don't think the black is like lost by any stretch of the imagination. There's just the potential for the a pawn to do damage, I guess. Oh man, just time is really sort of slow here. All right, we've got to move it along. Queen b6, good move or bad move? Putting pressure on my pawn. And I don't know what to do. I just have nothing here with white. Zero, zilch. Nothing out of the opening. He's a good player in the opening, that guy. I mean, he's a new subscriber to the Twitch stream. He played an interesting line against me in Blitz as well. So it seems like a player who's particularly tricky in the opening. G3 played after a lot of thought. Thanks for taking your time, Ayeste. Really putting some thought into the game. a5, b4, or just b4, bishop a6. Let's just go for it. Create some chaos. Yes. What's going on here? Okay. Maybe rook b1 would have been worth considering there. Now the black king is just in masses of trouble here. Got all sorts of tactics. Let's see. Man, no way to put him away like directly, but I mean, let's take this first. Right. Got a good structure. We'll pick off those pawns. He traded against me, Papitz. I'm not sure if he should do that. I mean, it's not bad, but now this game, this guy just castled with knight c8. That's a hell of a maneuver. Damn, I just missed it. So now we're like looking at a totally different scenario where he's got all sorts of situational chances. He's just a pawn up. Like, check it out, guys. We need to find something really good if this is gonna work. I don't know how it's gonna happen. We're just like down a pawn. He found knight c8, and I played bishop c4, which was probably a dumb move. Although I don't know what I had there, honestly. ba6. And now here against Bob. Bob is in a lot of trouble here. g4 looks like it's easily winning a piece, probably. Okay, guys. 10 minutes and counting. Just call me Wildfire. All right, man. It's better than trying to pronounce your name, which is so alien to me. I mean, I live in Hungary, so I should be able to do it, but rook e8 is going to happen at some point. I played bishop b3 to sidestep some issues there. Check, then mate, and then this game. This game has been driving me nuts. Just driving me nuts. It's just so irritating. I cannot do anything. You know, any kind of tactic I try to play doesn't work. Ever. Let's go here. Okay, so knight on f5, that's a nice outpost, buddy. I could easily lose this if I'm not careful. I like my king on f4 though. You gotta like the king on f4. If you're gonna play, go all the way, you know. Don't play halfway. Suwa. Bishop f8. Bishop f8 is in the offing. Still not that great for me. More monkey pushing whip playing like some other players I played online here. Rook f3. Is he going after my pawn there? No idea where I am in that game. It's just too complicated. Bishop takes d5, bishop takes d5, e4. Ooh, looks like pretty straightforward. He took the pawn instantly. Crocus. I have knight b4. And I assumed I had something, but I'm not so convinced. We shall see. Okay, Mule Skinner is in a lot of trouble. It feels like I should have a winning attack here. But where's the answer? Knight d4? Where's the move? Queen b4 check, he has an answer for that. Knight d4 actually looks interesting. Maybe f4 and knight d4. Still don't see how I'm going to take him out here. Don't see it. Guess I'll just develop a piece. That's pretty lame. I probably missed something there. And knight a4. Good move, Sua. So we're now like groveling for a draw. That's not good, but that's the best we can do. Queen f6, give me a name. Playing like a really strong player. He's 1600 bullet, but he's 1700 blitz. Yeah, that's about right. Played this opening great. He's got at least equality here. He played this opening greatly. Well would be a better word. Clash kid with h5. That's a bit odd, man. Now there's this e6 issue. So I think our recapture here is pretty much forced. The Soltigo, I mean, I don't know where you come up with this stuff. Trading queens I'd rather not do in this game. And then this game, this is weird. Everything's protected for the moment, but the king is sort of marooned in the center. Okay, we'll just make a move and hope for the best there. I don't know what else to do. Maneuvering as we get into time pressure. Knight e7. Mule Skinner still. He just played f3. This has got to be winning for black. I can't believe it. Right, okay. If I offer draw, you're forced to accept it. That's the first rule of time pressure. Queen takes d4. Wow. I am determined. Yeah. I am determined. He's playing c1700 going on like 2200. He played queen takes d4. Avoiding the structural problems. Avoiding every kind of issue. Almost every kind of issue. Alright, let's try to get something against him. Bob. Wow. Does that work, Bob? That is not allowed to work. I have g5 check here. Bob. Seriously, Bob? Okay, queen f4 check and then take. Alright, nice try, Bob. But I think I swindled you. Guys, the time here is just out of control. I'm gonna have to take. I don't have anything now. This is getting our pawn back. We're slightly better, but what to do in this one, I don't know. I don't know. All right, king h1, prophylaxis. Queen b4. That is a pretty strange move under the circumstances. Where are we going there? Alright, he's hitting my rook on e1. Man, that's annoying. Whatever. Just playing fast. But Clash Kid may be kind of playing without a plan here. This is risky. I don't know what else to do. Now white... Okay, I can take this pawn. I just take this pawn on f3. What is the deal here? Some sort of tactic? I don't know. I don't care. I'm taking it. There's no knight forks. And against this guy now, I think we're solid, but white is okay too. Nefedov. This is like drawish. Puppets, I would offer a draw. Queen a4. Rook takes e5 is interesting. We have knight takes d3. Knight takes a2. Rook takes e5. And then he takes on b4. How irritating is that? So we take the two bishops. Bishop takes e5. Nice one. What is going on here? Knight takes c2 check. We have to at least be okay. I mean, don't we? Is there anything better? Oh, Bob had this move. Oh my god. Bob, how do you have that move? You don't have that move, do you? Bob has this insane move. That is crazy, Bob. How do you get away with that? So now the question is where to put my bishop. Okay. Yes, I figured as much. So we don't want to trade queens especially, but even if I do trade queens, probably we're still not that bad in this position. I'm not really happy about it, honestly. Let's avoid the trade of queens there. Attacking my rook. I've got to be very careful here. Rook e6. What's wrong with that? What is wrong with this move? Not sure. Okay, Muleskinner's king is kind of stuck in the center. Against Puppets, this looks... It looks pretty equal. I'm going to offer a draw. He doesn't have to take it, obviously. If he feels he might be better, I don't know. Yeah. We have knight e5 here. But what's the follow-up? Well, maybe it's interesting. Let's try it. Tactics. Give me a name is so tight here. And we're trying to roll. We got a really interesting pawn sacrifice with e5, f5, but he's got knight d6 at the end. I guess we should go for it. We only live once against Clash Kid. Complications setting in here. Rook f8 probably called for against Mr. Ayeste. And ridiculously safe stuff here from Monkey. Played that move. Now knight g6, and I'm scared. I'm scared. Knight g6 is not absolutely necessary, but I need to do something. h4? Wow, what a position. Very complicated against Yellow Dragoon. Our highest rated opponent here today. How do I break through in this position? Looks basically unlikely to happen. g4. Can go Luke Van Welly style, I guess. Bishop f4, trading. Trying to trade. And then, speaking of trying to trade, yeah, Muleskinner is basically in a lot of trouble. Crocus is threatening stuff. I don't want to panic, but I don't know what to do. 94. Just drops a piece. We're just in ridiculous time pressure. So Bob is driving me nuts. Finding resources. I think Skinner is lost in this ending. Here's a simple IQP game where we took him, probably took him down. Nefedov were slightly better. Wow, bishop c5 now. And white is like possibly in trouble. Black's just taking over. He's like, kick my ass. Gotta be careful there. What happened? Oh, knight g6. Okay, so he's not gonna... This is gonna be too blocked now. I played g4 and now what am I gonna do? It's gonna end up being too blocked. I don't know what I was thinking. Run away when in doubt. Right. Complicated. Right. Guys, feel free to like take a few seconds to think about your moves instead of just trying to win on time. Man, this guy is just too good for his rating. Still at 1700, you're underrated, man. I am determined. And now I got to be careful. He was underrated at 1200, but he's still underrated at 1700. Man, this is mate. Oh my god. I didn't see it. Sorry, Bob. I saw it at the last possible moment. I don't know what to do here. Bishop e3, something stupid. Now we're just playing blitz, basically. Skinner is busted. Alright, Poppets, you're a tiny bit better there, maybe, but thank you for the draw. Bishop takes f6 now. I have no idea what's going on here. Pawn takes looks like necessary. Insane complications. Speaking of complications, hiding on d7. Trying to hold the dark squares. This guy is scary now. He's like probably better. What a pawn sacrifice game. Move 11 drifting into a little bit of a passive position. Here we have to defend our pawn. That gives him g5. Wow. Really? Give me a name. Give me name. Give me name. We haven't played before. Give me name. I'll give you a name. Okay. I may have to sacrifice material there. Crocus offers a draw. He's up a pawn. He's up a pawn, and I have two bishops, but I don't have anything clear, so I'll accept. It looks like with the time pressure, I'm going to have to take some draws. Internet Chess offered a draw. I mean, maybe I'll just take a draw here too. It's too hard to make progress there. Alright, handing out draws like candy. But I wanted to avoid simplification here. I think against Clash Kid, I probably went a little too far with this Sealer Sweeper sacrifice. This rook ending, man. Very complicated game here. Oh, God. What am I doing? This is really tough. Rook d8. Yeah, I don't know what I'm thinking about. Okay. Rook d8 like loses, doesn't it? Probably loses. How about rook e8? He's gonna mess me up. I'm up a clear exchange here. I just can't find a way to get out of this. Johnny Walker's used very little time. Man, this is just awkward. I agreed to a couple draws already. I don't even see how I can draw. I mean, I could draw by playing like rook takes e3, king takes g4, and it just seems so weak. I mean, I'm better here, but not that much better. That's the problem. Rook d6, I guess I have to play. Oh, this is super strange. Alright. Strongest 1200 in the world. As he's been called many times. I am determined, is definitely determined. We're up a clear pawn here in this ending, but I don't really know what terms I want to. Yeah, actually, let's get on the 7th there. Bishop. Complicated game. Monkey pushing wood. He always gets in time pressure. I'm glad you didn't exchange bishops. I'm happy to keep the pieces on the board and fight. Okay, we've had a couple draws. Wow, where did this move come from? c5? Whoa. Where did this move come from? I don't understand. Okay. Knight takes. Complicated position, but I think that I should be okay. I just don't know where to put my king in this one. We need to play e5 at some point. Castle queenside. It's really weird. No idea what I'm doing. Knight e4 though. That's kind of an interesting idea. Really super weird idea. Knight e4. I mean, I don't know. Creep my queen up maybe. As we get into terrible time pressure against Clash Kid, I basically went all in. We always have like insanely complicated games. This is no exception. King f7 now. King. I have to play king g8. It appears, and it's quite an interesting position there. Feels like I'm a little bit better here, but maybe not against the Nefedov. Weird structure. Not a lot of dynamics for black, really. Okay, now white's threatening d5. That's getting kind of personal. I don't really want to see that happening against move 11. And here we have this technical ending, which is going to be kind of troublesome, I think. Maybe not that easy to win. Alright, this is a pretty amazing resource. The pawn sacrifice there. Really intense. Like long-term pawn sacrifice. You're one move away from a very drawish position. Thanks everyone for subscribing. If you enjoyed the stream, please subscribe to the channel here on Twitch. This is pretty insane. What, you know, where did you come up with this, Yellow Dragon? Some crazy stuff, dude. Just crazy stuff. What is that, like win by force or something? Hopefully not, but it looks like it. Like wins by force. Where do we come up with this? I'm gonna have to lose a piece here. b6 is even possible. AB takes, queen takes. AB, and the problem is I have to take with a rook, and then he has like every move is with tempo. I just have like no way to avoid losing a piece. Seriously? That's pretty deep, dude. b6 at least trades pawns. Very few pawns left after that. I don't know what to do. Here I thought I was getting mated for a second. Lucky I'm not. And then monkey pushing wood goes into this ultra complicated position here where we're both in time pressure. Not really ultra complicated, just there's a lot of pieces on the board. That was what I'm trying to say. It wasn't ultra complicated, just maintaining pieces on the board in time pressure keeps it complicated. Rook A5. Why not G5 there? Give me a name. I mean, I thought like winning was going to be your name. I have to be careful. And which way to capture here with a rook seems the most dynamic. I am determined, playing like Victor Erdos. But I guess he has some kind of problem. I don't know though, how serious is it? To be honest. Looks like he's holding everything. Keeping pressure on the c4 pawn. Internet Chess said, I think our game would have ended as a draw naturally because it's... Yeah, I mean, I kind of agree because it's really blocked. Okay, now I have to be careful. He's got this a4 freeing move. That's really irritating. I don't actually know what to do here. King up, I guess. Rook f5. I think I'm getting outplayed. We're gonna have to like try to draw, basically. I should have just forced the draw earlier. f6. Let's try that. Nice to see that someone else is in time pressure. Wow. Move 11 just played d5. Well, how does that work? He's going to sack an exchange. Oh, crap. That could be scary. My king is going to have to walk through f8, I guess. Nice try. Now bishop g7. This is like an insane game. I have no idea what to play here. He's developed. It's like playing God. I need to play bishop g7. I'm actually out of my mind to consider another move in this position. I'm lucky I even have that. Do I even have that, though? This is ridiculous. It's like everything is aesthetically perfect for white. I have no idea. Clash Kid, why can't I take this pawn on c4? Because I just lose everything, right? My whole position is falling apart against Clash Kid. I have no compensation for this sacrifice I made. Man, this sucks. It just really sucks. Like, everything about my position sucks. He's threatening knight to d3. Where was my compensation? Like, non-existent. Totally non-existent. Just a really bad, optimistic sacrifice by me. Man. I have to bail out somehow. I got nothing here. I just did nothing. h5 looks so weakening for black. Just totally random. But I just went crazy with f5, which is just doesn't work at all. We're probably just busted. It looks just busted for white. Knight takes, knight b3. Maybe I can sack the exchange or something. I don't know what else to do. Actually, he has all sorts of good moves there. Now I've got to be careful. Rook a5, rook d4. Rook d4 or something? No, rook d5. Okay, this looks like a draw, but, you know, he's a pawn up, so he's going to massage me a little bit here. Bishop h6 trading pieces. Black's a little bit better here. I mean, knight takes h7. Cashing in. He's got the queen in a funky position. Okay, so here we are with the variation from hell. I can't save the material, so we're just losing the yellow dragon. It's a pretty amazing concept. Not just an average game, but a brilliancy. Yellow dragoon. In this position, I have to be a little bit thoughtful, I think, not to be, again, not to be worse. This move looks safer. Soltigo is playing like God. I wonder what his over the board rating is. He's never played in a tournament or something. Let's see. He beat me recently. Actually, move 11 just stole my A pawn. That is not what I had in mind, man. You just took my A pawn off. That is totally uncool. And that opens the position. I am in deep trouble out of this game. I thought that I was just good here. And I just hung my A7 pawn. Everything is falling apart. In a number of games, maybe I should just sack the exchange and I'm just down a pawn and the exchange. I'm just down the exchange after that. God, this is awful. I'd rather just lose the exchange and have my king not trapped in the center against this guy. Okay, against monkey pushing wood, we're both in time pressure. He went to b3 there. I was gonna take here. Sack the exchange there as well. Classic endgame against I am determined. Yeah, knight g4, another good move. We're gonna try to draw this if I can. Looks like I can hold the draw probably. Speaking of draws, there's gonna be a lot of draws today. It looks like queen d4 was played. What's that about? Why did he just play queen d4? He wants to play d7? Okay, that's just completely random. Does that just seem completely random? Or is it my imagination? That seems completely random. Did I have a threat I didn't know about or something? Alright, man. So, we are in kind of bad time pressure across the board. We're going to make it work. My queen is funkadelic in this game. So many pieces on the board, and Nefedov is just tricky. Like, I can play queen c4 here. I don't know if he wanted to see that. Forcing a trade of queens. This looks... I've actually got to be a little bit careful here, so does black, but this looks equalish. Bishop d4. Too many draws in the house today. Yeah, even 1700 is like underrated for you, man. I am determined. We got snuck a pawn. He just took a pawn, just like that. Okay, it's cool. A little materialistic, but... And now in this one, I think we did a good... When I stop stuttering, I'll try to explain it. We made a good practical decision to sack the exchange there. And actually, that could be quite good for us. e6. Oh man, he's setting up stuff. b4. God, queen d4, what a move. Okay, I'll trade queens. Rook f5? Oh, knight d1 threatening mate. He's got a forced mate. I mated myself. Oh my god. Johnny Walker Black, it's just mate. Yeah, that's a good one. Self-mate, no less. Good game. Not very well played by me. Bishop takes here. Rook d5, that's a good move. Whatever. Johnny Walker Black, that's so unfortunate for me. Man, and Nefedov's got all sorts of tricks here. Pinning me both ways. But does it work? Yeah, it works. Works. Hopefully it's not fatal. Check out the piece coordination that white's got here, or black rather. But I have knight e5, that looks pretty strong. He's got knight d4 though to counter it. There's also this square here. Okay, hopefully we have something there. I don't know, rook b4, b5. Very complicated here. I don't really want to trade queens, but we have to be practical. Okay, I have no idea what's going on. It looks equal to me. We lost to Johnny Walker Black in exchange up position where he played super fast. I pushed a little too hard in a position where I probably should have settled for a draw. Unfortunately, it's hard to accept a draw when you like think you were winning like before that. What is up here in this ending? Bishop takes d5, the slight advantage. I'm not sure I made the right capture there. And now Soltigo, he played an amazing game, but I feel like he got kind of random at the last moment in this one. Like, I probably should have lost this game and had, you know, at least a draw against Johnny Walker Black, but it looks like it's going to be the other way around. Life is not always fair. But against Clash Kid, he's given me all sorts of attacking chances now. I've got to be quick here. Knight on b3 is pretty nasty. So let's not count our chickens before they hatch. Man, I don't know what's going on here. I'm just playing on instinct. My rook on the 7th, he played what? f6. I don't know what to do. Get my bishop to a good position. This is sort of tough. Obstacle bishop endgame. Yeah, they're really tactical. Try to get my king in the center. I'm getting very low on time here. We're better against checked I mate, but I don't know if it's a win. I sacked an exchange here to try to hold on against move 11. We've had a lot of tough games. We lost one so far, and we're in trouble in numerous examples. Bunch of draws. Won a couple games. This looks like I'm toast. My only hope is like trading off all the pawns there. That was my basic idea. I trade off all the pawns. Give me a name is going to draw. At least. Here we're just clearly worse. We're going to drop another pawn. Hopefully not. Man, this guy is so strong. Okay, king in the center. And I can't save those pawns, so we're trading down the rook ending a pawn up. This looks very drawish. Rather not lose. Very limited amount of time left. And then what do we do now? Rook takes f6 or knight takes f6? Guess we keep it simple. No exchange sacrifices, please. Rook takes f6, knight takes f6. d6 is also interesting. Rook takes, what does rook takes do? Alright. No tactics, please. This is a pawn down. I think I should be able to hold this, though, with pretty good... Actually, we're actually more active than him, despite being a pawn down there. Give me a name as a draw, probably. So this is the game where I just have king takes d6. I mean, I don't know what else to play. What's the difference? Could even be a blunder. Maybe it's better to take with the queen. I have no idea. I'm running out of time. And now I'm just... Oh, we've got g5. What does that do? Nothing. Nothing special. Oh, man, come on. Stay away from me. I don't want to allow simplification there. Against this opponent, we're in trouble. I gotta stay close to my pawns there. Pawn up endgame. Knight takes d5, man. C-file. I think I made a bad order of moves. I am determined is like a... He's a monster. I mean, 1700, dude. I was like criticizing him. He was 1200 last week. Now he's 1700. My opponent offered me a draw here. Wow. Totally missed this move. say I'm too thrilled about this position. Another draw. I'm just running out of time. Let's take all the draws and just keep it simple. We got 6 games. H5. Let's throw in a check here to gain some time. Okay, I don't understand what's happening here. He took the rook finally. That I understand. Okay, I understand now. B6 with no threats. He has bishop G2, ripping my face off. So let's put the bishop on E5. It seems like a good idea. Seems like a good idea. Pawn takes pawn. Another move that, well, it may seem like a good idea. I'm not sure it really is. Can play bishop E3 check. Try to simplify the situation. I'm probably losing there. But whatever. And now, and he's still okay here. He's always got like, he's still got defenses to everything I try to do. Watch out. Monkey pushing wood. Dude, what is with your rating? I mean, there's just no way. You played like a master here. Let's go back before something bad happens to me. Okay, knight d4. Dude, it's not polite to offer draw down a pawn, check then mate. That's just absurd. F5 check. I know that you're like looking at me like having less time or something. But dude, clear pawn down. I just lost a piece. That's good. That'll basically do it for that calculation. I guess we'll play a few more moves there, but we're probably busted. Definitely busted here, unless I can trade off all the last pawns. And then we're trying to hide our king. Time pressure is just ridiculous. Give me a name. This is a draw. Easily the craziest game of the day. White's threatening like bishop G2 now. Not really, because I have takes on C4, I guess. Okay, A6 is interesting, so kind of risky for me. Wow, Queen B5, great move. And this ending, we're just a little bit better here, but it's not much. I'm going to offer draw to give me a name. I mean, this looks like a dead draw, basically. What happened? Bishop takes A6. There was a pawn there. That's good. You got that too. That's always good. Let's use this open file. So I have G5. Okay. Queen G5, does that do anything? I'm just dead. Dead, dead, dead. Completely. D6. There's just no hope. I mean, 94 or something. Looks hopeless. Queen takes B2 didn't even occur to me. That's good. So I'm going to lose this game too. Just dropping a pawn for nothing. Time pressure. Good old time pressure. You guys are good. What am I going to do? Just drop the pawn in a drawn position. Wow, that's pretty sick. Okay. Try to hang on somehow. Looks like I'm going to lose. Gonna lose that too unnecessarily, but that's life. This is a draw. I'll offer a draw there. We've got G5. Not sure that even does anything. He declined my draw here. Give me name. Okay, dude. That's logical. He's declining drawing an opposite colored bishop endgame. Seriously. Queen takes B2, G2. We got the queens off against Soltigo. Basically played like God. Now F5 check. This is probably a draw. Queen G3 check as well. This guy just ripped my face off. A lot of strong players today. Really good games. This was probably the best game, and he's going to actually most likely lose because his knight can't get out. Quality doesn't mean as much as quantity. Playing quickly seems to be more important than, unfortunately, playing good moves. This is going to be a loss for me. We just dropped the pawn. I'm just going to resign. I mean, there's no hope there. So, we've got chances to survive this one. It's not good either. Man, it feels like I'm playing a lot of very strong players today. What happened? Rook G2? I have 0 threats. Literally 0 threats. That's good. I have 0 threats. This is a nice idea. Queen takes F5. What happened? King F6. So, I guess we play B5. And this ending now might even give us some winning chances. I guess give me a name is playing for a win. I just didn't realize I offered a draw, which is also possible. Yeah, the time pressure at the end is pretty insane. I mean, to play all these games is very tough. So now what? Do I ever have a combination like rook takes H3? Of course that doesn't work too, right? He played knight E2. Clash Kid is going to beat me. The first time in a while. He beat me 2 games ago, actually. That stops my only threat of knight G3, which is really, really sad. He's got queen takes C1, queen C1. I guess I can play rook F1 or something. It's kind of hopeless. Just basically hopeless. I mean, rook F2 as good a try as anything. I don't know. Wow, monkey pushing wood almost flagged me. And I am determined. Can't afford to trade rooks. Damn, dude. Move 11 is everybody's playing really great today. Man, epic battle there. And now H6, G4. I'm still not winning. Just perverse. Alright, dude, are we serious about this? Like, that's not cool. If you decline to draw in that position, just like ridiculous. Yeah, why don't I just check him, prove my king. Man, this guy is something else. Not your average 1700 player. Rook g5, rook e5. He'll probably have a resource for that too. And c5 just in time. Now, so this position, what's going on? Rook takes, h2. Do I have a check? Does that do anything? I'm about to lose on time, so... And I thought maybe this. He played where? Queen takes e5 check. Clash Kid may be getting nervous in time pressure. Against Monkey Pushing Wood, almost flagged again. Got 6 games left. Man, I think I can win this against check down mate. Sacrificing my g3 pawn should give us good chances. Okay, this is annoying, dude, and I really think that it's a waste of time to decline my draw offer here. Give me name. This game is something else. All right. Check on the 7th. Monkey Pushing Wood always gets in time pressure, but he never actually loses on time. Got our pawn back in that epic battle. Check. Check that mate with 25 minutes left. He offered me a draw pawn down. It's pretty weird. Okay, this move, yeah, this is what I figured he had. Another resource. And I'm nearly getting mated. But d1 is covered. I mean, do I have bishop takes f7? Doesn't work, right? Otherwise, I'd probably be golden here. Bishop takes f7, queen takes f7, rook takes g5, check, king h8, and I have nothing. Yeah, it's better not to do that, probably. And I'm just out of ideas here. Or knight takes f6, rook takes f6. What's going on? What just happened there? Okay, dude. On my pawn. Jesus. There's no way to save it. Rook a7 maybe? He's going to threaten mate. Okay, c5 is a crazy resource. Now I'm up the exchange in this insane game. Not been enough today to win. I had one game up the exchange already. That was not enough, obviously. I'm lucky if I can win a pawn here and there. Whoa. Rook c3 was played. Wow, that's a nice surprise. Let's try to play a check, see what we get. So rook takes b6, rook takes a2. Trying to stay alive here. I don't think I'm going to have much success. So I don't understand what Give Me Name is doing. Guess he doesn't know about clicking the draw button. I'm in desperate time pressure. And here I guess we're close to winning. Check. King e6. Still, this is not necessarily that easy. Why not check in rook h8 and just take the pawn on h5? Principled, practical. Look at the moves this guy comes up with no time left. Bishop a6. A takes b. Knight g3 check was played. Pretty nasty move. And there's mate there. So I have to take with the queen. That's great. Okay. I have no idea what I'm doing here. Just glad to be alive, basically. This is a real massive waste of time against Give Me a Name. And this is a very bad situation for me. I'm gonna lose this finally, which looked like it was probably holdable. Man, this is just crazy. Almost losing on time against I Am Determined. Look at this move. What? What just happened? I had a hallucination. Okay. Monkey pushing wood is just a minute ahead of me on the clock. Another defense. Just unreal. White's defensive play in this game. I mean black. I mean they're all like playing instant moves. Yellow dragon. Rook's doubled. I'm dead. Man, I don't have that. Okay, dude. Why are we playing this game out? Give me a name. It's not very sportsmanlike of you to play on. Here, that's a good move, huh? He finds these moves very quickly, winning on every variation. That's convenient. I have to go here. Oh, that loses too. Okay, I'll just resign. Good game. Can't wait to see that one. So now we need to just go. I don't know why it took so long to find that move. Well, I Am Determined made a blunder. That's strange. Rook takes b2. Now here we're basically dead. Rook takes b2. Or bishop takes b2. Definitely bishop takes b2. Yeah, that wasn't hard to see. Yellow Dragoon played a godlike game. Here I'm lost against Clash Kid. Probably feature that game in our stream on YouTube. Now let's see if we've fallen into some kind of devilish trap. Are we really winning here? And this game, I'm still down material. I've just been totally confused by this, just beyond comprehension. Yeah, there we go again. Monkey pushing wood, offering a draw. Not really cool, dude. You don't offer masters draws, dude, in positions where you're like down a pawn in a rook endgame. It's not good etiquette. Here we might have perpetual check. Could that be possible? Okay, we're up a piece. We should blockade it, that pawn probably. Now This is really irritating. A dead draw. This is another likely draw. Too many draws today. We have good winning chances in that endgame against Monkey Pushing Wood. We're winning against Soltigo. And now this looks devastating. Okay, we got that, I think. Now, his only chance is to threaten like mate in 1. It's going to be hard for him to do that though. And then like what? E6 here. Not sure if I want to do this or not. Playing that. Where's my perpetual? Check. Is there a mate? This could get very complicated, but there's no perpetual. Thank you for the draw. Give me name. Alright, 2 connected passed pawns. And he keeps fighting on. God. Playing a machine. Here I have to be very careful. Rook A6 is illegal. Jeez, this is just crazy. G5 check. Probably doesn't work, right? What's happening here? Oh, there's a rook there. Oh my god. King F4. What am I doing? D6? Making my own queen. We're going to win against check that mate. This is a weird position where we really should be lost, I would imagine. G5 check, takes rook takes. In this position, I'm taking on F7, and maybe he's threatening D1. Rook takes F7. Look at this guy. Rook B1. Lucky I'm not lost. So now I have to play, I guess, rook takes. Bishop takes F7 is complicated. Knight takes F7, rook D1 check. Well, that's complicated too. He's threatening mate now? Oh my goodness. I like how Monkey Pushing Wood is like gaining time on the clock. Alright, he's actually, you know, on the worst side of the position, but he's gaining time on the clock. I am determined it was 1200 last time. Maybe they forced him to be 1700. I'm not sure. Okay, what's going on here? C4? Should I even bother to play that? 94 bishop C2 is fatal. I have to maintain some kind of like situation here where I can try to, you know, get some kind of counterplay, but C4 loses. I don't really have any waiting moves. Kind of like Zugzwang. No, he's defended just like a genius. I am determined. I'm lucky, you know. Bishop takes f2 check. Maybe this is panic setting in. Or just a great move. Difficult to say. What is going on, guys? Queen takes g6 check. Man, I mean, Soltigo comes up with so many defenses. And then he's finally running out of ideas here. It looks like. There's probably some chances left there. Basically like Zugzwang here against move 11. He's played a great game. Okay. Man, I'm just lucky I'm alive here. And his time use is like amazingly fast. I am determined. I messed up against Soltigo, giving him real chances there, I think. And this game is going to be a grind like a pawn up in a queen endgame, which I guess is fair. I'm looking for stalemate here, not seeing it. So I guess we have to resign, man. I mean, this was just like no move. Good game. Move 11 played like a champ. And now d7. There's a check on g3 though, unfortunately. So I can't play d7. Check on f4, excuse me. I need to play this first. And now, what's going on? Rook g8. Kind of lost my focus here in this game big time. But everybody's faster than me. That's the thing that's so... Nobody is slower. It's really scary. So now what? Gotta take. Rosa Solito is like the only player who's in the same neighborhood with me on the clock. Pretty much everybody else is like just always ahead on the time. Queen c4 check now. d7. Oh, it's mate? Oh no, it's mate. Oh my god. I didn't notice that. Didn't notice the mate. But anyway, he deserved to win that game. Whew, this is a very technical position. Good winning chances for white, I guess, but it's not easy. It's gonna be the longest game. No, I got mated. I just blundered mate. I mean, that was actually complicated, and I forgot he had cleared the 7th rank in that game. I just misplayed that. King f4, king d4, king f3, king d5, king e3. This actually looks winning. I played this very stupidly. It doesn't matter. Okay, so we finally get to try to grind him down there. Wow, this is really tough, man. It may well be a draw. Looks like a very technical position. We're going here. Wait a minute. King there, king there, king there, king takes yes. Okay. We've got no moves, huh? No way to make progress. Some sort of triangulation. Check that mate. Looks hopeless. He's keeping me busy though. Oh man, I got mated against Clash Kid. I know the game is not there anymore. I think I might have had something there. That's so sick. Not sure if this is a good idea or not. I'm getting kind of confused. He just played bishop c6. This game has been confusing me for a while. And it's starting to get him. I'm getting tired of this game, to be honest. Very much so. So he found the only defense. Can I triangulate somehow? Apparently not. He's like study like draw. He's like 5 minutes ahead of me on the clock. Oh god. Can I try to triangulate somehow? Jeez, he's gonna play like bishop e8 now. This is unbelievable. Okay. Get this one over with, and we'll have a little more time to concentrate on the remaining games. We lost a bunch of games today. These simuls are getting harder and harder. Even when I have more time than I used to have, it seems like every week it gets harder. It's very interesting. This is a technical ending. You don't know your endings. What do you mean, dude, Yellow Dragon? What are you talking about? I don't know my endings. Well, thank you, dude. That's a nice thing to say. Alright. Maybe he's joking. I'm not sure what ending he's referring to. This one. This is the only one that I would call a technical ending that we're playing. I mean, but queen endgames are very complicated. King f1 looks like a draw. King g3 is mate. King f3 is mate. King g3 is mate. Looks like I'm not winning this. This is a draw now. Wow. That's unfortunate. He drew that really quickly. Yeah, another draw. That's a shame. I had a totally winning position there. Okay, this one finally looks like I'm gonna win. Now what? I was thinking, what was I thinking now? Damn, dude's got defenses to this too. E5? I am determined. Yeah, this endgame, I know this. This is a technical game, dude. Yeah, trying to play 25 games with like a 40-second increment is not that easy. We've got this guy who's not resigning. Would be respectful to resign. He also offered a draw earlier in a pawn down position. Etiquette is a good idea. So this one. I was wondering if there's any way we could trick him somehow, but it doesn't look too easy to do that. King g4. Okay. h4. And he's even blockading, dude. God, I'm gonna lose my mind. He's blockading with his bishop. I think I would do well to stay in good spirits at the end of simuls. I would do well to stay in good spirits, man. It's really pretty exhausting. I try to, but it's been a pretty grim last couple of simuls. The level of play of my opponents is pretty strong, it seems. Maybe I should like handpick the weaker players, like some simul givers here do. But I don't do that. I'm as determined. King G5. I'm just thinking, is there any way to do this? I guess we'll just have to try to make progress a different way there with King E5 and pushing a pawn. It's a draw, though. This has got to be a draw. I mean, I don't want to accept it, you know. I mean, you can say that I don't know my end games or something, but it's not about that. It's like I just don't want to accept that it's a draw. It's not that I don't know that it's a draw. And I don't want my opponent to know that I know it's a draw. You know what I mean? So that's the problem. I don't want to say out loud that I know it's just a dead draw, because that will give him confidence, you know, and I want to try to win. So if that's the ending you're talking about by technical, yeah, obviously it's a draw. I missed a win earlier in the game. Brundle, if I didn't take my games like personally, dude, I wouldn't be an international master. I take chess very, very seriously, and I really, really play hard. If you don't push yourself and expect like to win all your games, I mean, you really have to. You really, really have to want to win very badly. I mean, I'm not like Viswanathan Anand or something. I mean, there are very few people in the world who can be like super nice and not put pressure on themselves, and it's very much the exception, I think. You know, very few people are capable of that. Rook takes d5 here. Knight takes d5, check, king. Where do I go? Like king b7. Blockading. Soltigo. This was an epic game, man. No, I mean, I think that a lot of people like to see the real me, you know. We don't have to pretend we're like Mr. Rogers or something, you know. There's nothing wrong with showing your real self. I mean, people see how much it means to me, and that's cool too. Here d5 is not going to work, is it? This game was very frustrating. Why? Why is this not a win? Why is this not a win? I think I missed something. I think I just got the opposition somehow. Could I have been winning this like all along? You have to forgive me if I'm a little bit grumpy, and also a little bit tired. But, you know, sometimes I do miss some obvious stuff. How did this happen? I mean, could this have happened before? Or did he just let me win? It's like my mind is spinning, you know. I'm not really sure if this was probably not forced. It looked like a draw. I just got the opposition somehow, but that shouldn't have happened, right? He just didn't maintain the opposition. Yeah, he let you win, he blundered. That's the last game, man. I lost a lot of games today. No special reason, though. I was in pretty good condition. I felt good going into the simul. Just a lot of really tough games. This is the opposition, man. I mean, opposition is when the kings are opposing each other. You know, like on d3, f3. If you go to d3, I go to f3, then I have opposition. It's a very, very fundamental rule in king and pawn endgames. Fundamental concept, I should say. So maybe we'll go over this game just for a minute after the simul finishes to examine that concept. But you know, I take chess very seriously, so it's, you get to see the competitive me on these simuls where I'm getting beaten down by a number of players simultaneously. In the Blitz stream, I don't take it that seriously. I mean, I don't get that emotionally attached to Blitz games. So we were lucky here. Not too lucky overall. We lost a number of games, drew a lot of games. So I think this is going to be definitely one of my worst simul results. Although I feel like I say that every week. All right, simul. Let's see, simul result. So what happened? We've got really bad lag. Wow, it's not even showing. 150 ping. NB draws. What is that? Number of draws. This should show up. That is weird. Can I refresh this? It is not showing. It's like a bug. It's supposed to show like number playing, number wins, number draws, number losses, but it's not showing up. So I lost to Yellow Dragon. Let's see, we had a quick win there where someone just left the game. That's not cool. I beat Soltigo in a crazy game. Move 11 played fantastically. Clash Kid mated me at the end. I thought I had a chance there. Against Mule Skinner I won. This game I should have been winning, but I lost my way in complications. Johnny Walker, I self-mated myself. That was good. I blundered a pawn against Diblion. So we had a lot of really rough games. Draw. And then the rest, for the most part, were pretty good. Give Me Name. That was a dead draw. Monkey Pushing would have got lucky. Draw there. And then the rest look like wins for the most part. Some draws here against Nefedov, Crocus. I took a pawn. I took a draw there. I like my position, but it's a pawn down, and it's time pressure. I am determined. Managed to win. This is not good when you guys leave the game early, as this guy 5 Knights did. Don't take a space in the simul and leave early. We've got a bunch of interesting wins, but this game against where is it? This last one. They're not in any special order. Monkey Pushing Wood. If you guys want to take a look at this for a second, it was a draw probably, right up till the end. For some reason I've got a lot of lag. I'm not really sure why tonight. I don't see it. What's making me slow? Yeah, so right here we'll see the draw position. King G4. Man, my computer, I don't know, my connection is really slow. I should be able to go here. Does this not go to the position there? Right, so I played King G4 and he played King D4, losing. He has to take the diagonal opposition. This is actually very instructive. This is his only move in this position. Actually, something weird here. The table base is saying it's a loss. Stockfish is saying 0.1. Something's not right here. Okay, so my computer is running really, really slow. I don't trust this analysis here. But I do see here that the table base says this is lost for white, which is interesting. So King E2 I thought would be opposition. But King E2, King F4. King E2, diagonal opposition, and I'm just winning. King F4, King D3, then I get the opposition. At this point the computer says it's a draw. King D4, this was the game, right? But it looks like it's lost. King D4, King F4, King D3, King D4. What else can he do? King F4. The endgame table base, dude. The table base is totally accurate, you know, so screw this analysis here. I mean, the computer says it's a draw. Rook takes g4, king takes g4, king takes e7. He played king f5, f6, and this is a draw apparently. We're in table base. I mean, this should be pretty easy. So king e6, king e3 was the losing move, maybe. That's very subtle. He has to play king f3 after king e5, king e3, and that's opposition. So forget about the analysis engine here. It doesn't see over the horizon. If you had a faster commercial program, you know, its table bases would kick in. But this Stockfish isn't using a table base. So because of that, it doesn't have that shortcut to enhance its analysis, and it actually has to like calculate 30 moves till mate, and it's not seeing. It's just not capable of calculating this endgame. The commercial programs need the table base, so we trust the table base here. King f3 is a draw, and apparently king e3 is lost in this position. King e5, and so I was winning at this point onward, it appears. In reality, I have to play d5, which I missed. So d5, I mean, maybe this is what yellow dragoon was talking about. This d5 move I actually missed completely in time pressure, so that's the only winning move. My move actually is a blunder, king f4. Now he has the opposition here, and I play king f3. He plays king d3, and I tried to be tricky. I play king g3, and then he needs to do diagonal opposition. I mean, I'm sorry, distant opposition here. This is a very important idea. So the only drawing move is king c3 with distant opposition, and so I was able to triangulate and win. He has to find that move, and he didn't. That's the only move. So we both made a lot of pretty basic mistakes in this endgame, but I think with the amount of time left, it's like forgivable. Yeah, table bases only add 1 or 2 elo to computers. That's why it doesn't really matter. I don't know about that, man. I think that there'd be a lot of messed up games, dude, if the computers didn't have table base. We'd be saving a lot of games against them. So, I don't know. They would just go on into, they would just play into like drawn end games, dude, without the table base by mistake. They need that. They need that table base. Anyway, guys, thank you for the stream today. It was my pleasure. Really, really tough workout. I'm sorry we don't have the score. There's something wrong with this readout. It's just not coming up. Anyway, I'm not sure about our exact score. Thanks to you guys for joining us. We'll be back on, actually tomorrow. We'll be back tomorrow. Blitz and Classical Chess, 4 p.m. Eastern Time. And I'd like to thank everybody who was here, especially our subscribers, guys. Please subscribe. Please support the channel by subscribing on Twitch. Also, check out my YouTube channel, Video Chess Training on YouTube. I'm going to take a couple of games from the simul that were played by subscribers and actually annotate them. I mean, definitely like the Clash Kid game and probably 1 or 2 others from the subscribers on the channel, or people who subscribe before next week, and we'll create like a video on YouTube and go over these games in like a 1 or 2 hour video on YouTube. Check it out. Video Chess Training on YouTube is the name of my YouTube channel. Anyway, guys, we'll be back on Monday, 4 p.m. tomorrow, Eastern Time. See you guys later, and thanks again. Bye-bye.